Hi, I'm Lori, and welcome to this guided meditation in helping you release your limiting beliefs and your layers of negative programming. As I go through the various statements, I would like you to take a minute and think about your beliefs and your considerations, your own programming, so that you can become aware of what in your life is holding you back from being your highest and greatest self. First, I want you to think about power. What does power mean to you? It's not the same as control. Power is like your personal power, the power you emit through energy and space and consciousness. It's about your personal power to manifest what you truly want in your life. You are the catalyst for change by using your own personal power within you to change your life. So what in your life isn't working for you? What in your life are you willing to change? Is there anything in your life you're not willing to change? And if so, how come? If it's not working for you, it's time to let it go, to break free of that hold, of that negative belief, and start soaring for your highest and greatest good. So take a minute, think about your personal power. What does it look like? How can you make it better? Now I want you to think about the beliefs that have been programmed into your head from other people's beliefs. Think about growing up, the leaders in your life, maybe Boy Scouts or Girl Guide leaders, maybe teachers, maybe coaches. What beliefs have they ingrained in your head that you're still hanging on to? What beliefs have they put there that you aligned with? And what beliefs have they put there that you resisted and rebelled against? Are there any of those beliefs still in your head that are no longer serving you? When you live someone else's beliefs, someone else's truth, you're not living your authentic self. And not living your authentic self, not being true to yourself, it impacts your body in a physical way. So give it a minute. Think about what beliefs are you hanging on to that you do not align with, but you're hanging on to because you think it's the right thing to do. Yet these beliefs are not serving your highest and greatest good. let's turn our focus to money. All your considerations about money. Having money, not having money, wanting it or not wanting it, willing to have it, not being willing to have it, being worthy of it or not being worthy of it, being attached to it and not being attached to it, being reliant on it and not being reliant on it. A life of abundance versus a life of want. What are your considerations and beliefs about money? How money fits into your life? How it impacts your life? And how you can be released from its hold? Give that some thought. Now let's talk about control. Control is something we try to do in life to ensure whatever actions are happening have a desired outcome. So we can try and control everything. But realistically, nothing is in our control. What are your thoughts, your ideas, your beliefs and considerations, and your attitudes and emotions around control, having control, being out of control, a lack of control? What about other people, their control over you? Are there any limiting beliefs within you that are inhibiting your ability to release control of things you have no control over? How do you manage control? Now I want you to think about aging. All the considerations, the fear, the emotions, the thoughts, the beliefs, the expectations, and the judgments about getting older, about your body falling apart with aches and pains, losing mobility over time, and eventually passing away. What are your thoughts and ideas and beliefs about getting older and dying? Are there any considerations, attitudes, or emotions that don't align with your highest and greatest good? Are there fears that are holding you back because you're worried or afraid of getting older? Become aware of your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs. Give that a moment of thought. Now I want you to think about your hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams where if you hoped hard enough or dreamt hard enough, those hopes and dreams would come to fruition. So think about all those hopes and dreams that you have, that you had, and that you may have in the future. Think about the ones in the past that you had that didn't come to fruition. Were they blessings in disguise? Do you still have that hope or dream for the future? Think about the hopes and dreams that you do have for the future. Will they come to fruition? Can you manifest your personal power, let go of control, and focus on aligning every decision, moving towards your hopes and dreams? Give that a moment of thought. Now I want you to think about forms and structures that you have in place in your life, the structure that you've built your reality upon, the building blocks of your knowing, the different layers that you've created in your reality. It's almost like with forms and structures, you look at the past to make sure you're not going to make a mistake in the future or right now. Like past actions will have an outcome on future outcomes, and they don't. That would be a limiting belief. So when you have these forms and structures in place and you're flailing, you're not getting anywhere, and you continue to make the same mistakes over and over, maybe with a varying theme or different people involved, for example, but you're not getting farther ahead, and you're not able to get better yourself. So what forms and structures do you have in place around how you're supposed to dress, how you're supposed to look, how you're supposed to behave in different reactionary situations? What are the expectations from outside of you that you have latched onto as a limiting belief that prevents you from living your authentic self life? Give that a moment of thought. Now I want you to turn your attention to thinking about sadness and joy and all your considerations, emotions, thoughts, preconceived notions and judgments about being sad, about what's right about being sad, and what's right about being joyful. Sometimes when you're sad, people will look at you like, what's wrong with you? Like you need antidepressants or something. Like being sad is not a normal emotion that we need to go through to learn and to heal. Other times, when you're joyful and happy, people around you may be perplexed and look at you like, what's wrong with you? Are you high? Are you on drugs? Are you drunk? As if being joyful is something you're not supposed to be without some sort of outside influencer. So what are your thoughts and feelings around being joyful, being allowed to be happy, sharing that joy with others? And what are your thoughts around being sad, being allowed to be sad, to work through your grief, to work through your sorrow? I'm not talking about getting stuck there. I'm just talking about working through it. What are your thoughts and your beliefs around being joyful and being sad? Now I want you to think about any limiting beliefs you have around your health, around your wellness, and around healing. All the considerations that it means to be healthy, and to be well, and to be healed, or to go through healing. All the capacity to heal, not just yourself, but the earth, animals, people around you. Sometimes we have a lot of hurt, we have a lot of sickness, we don't always know why. Sometimes our limiting beliefs that don't align with our authentic self manifest in physical ailments. Consider your current physical ailments. Could any of them be linked to limiting beliefs, beliefs that you have that truly do not align with who you are or who you want to be. Think about what it means for you and how you heal yourself. What do you take as positive steps towards your own health and wellness and healing? Think about the thoughts and considerations, beliefs and emotions you have around health and wellness and taking charge of your own healing. Now I want you to think about kindness and gratitude. Kindness is something that's usually questioned. What are your points of view if someone is really being kind to you? Do you wonder, are they creating an obligation for the future? Or is this someone genuinely being kind to you? Oftentimes people give other people gifts as an obligation, hoping to get something in return in the future, not out of kindness. When someone gives you a gift out of kindness, out of real, true kindness, it feels good and it feels right, and you don't feel obliged at all. And what do you feel about gratitude? Your own gratitude of others, the gratitude that people show you for your kindness. What judgments, preconceived notions, ideas, and emotions and beliefs do you have around gratitude and kindness? Now I want you to think about recreating your world, restructuring your world. I want you to think about all the points of view and considerations you have about something coming back into existence. Now that you've identified it, you've identified what's holding you back in different areas. How are you going to go forward and not have that same set of routines carry on? What is it that you are going to do differently? What are you going to change? What emotions or thoughts, feelings or considerations and beliefs have you removed? Have you identified, removed, and released today that you want to make darn sure aren't going to get re-embedded into your being? What are you going to do so that the old processes and the old way of thinking and the old way of coping and functioning don't re-emerge? How do you eliminate all the points of view which would allow you to go back to your old processes, your old programming and your own forms and structures? How are you going to create something new and something better so that you're not falling back into the same old patterns that were no longer serving you? You are more conscious, you are more aware of those limiting beliefs. What's your next bright step? Your healing step for you. Give that a moment of thought. Now, as you go through your day, week, and month ahead of you, try to consciously be aware of limiting beliefs that are popping up here and there as you speak, the quiet talk in your head as you're going through your daily routine, and ask yourself, why am I doing it this way? Why do I think that? Why do I believe this? And take a minute and ask yourself, is that a pre-programmed limiting belief? Or is that how I truly feel? I want you also to ask yourself, are my decisions, are my actions, are my feelings and emotions, thoughts and beliefs serving my highest and greatest good? Are they helping me to live my highest and greatest life? Are they helping to be my authentic, true self? Or are they holding me back? Are they creating resistance, blocks in my world that are holding me back from being my highest and greatest self? I thank you for listening today. This is an Access Consciousness process. It's only part of the process, a very small part. The Access Consciousness process involves pressure points on your head. If you're interested in clearing more beliefs or having assistance clearing the beliefs you're struggling with now, please send me a note on Facebook at Harmony Hands Energy Healing, or send me an email, or give me a call. I have a website. It's www.harmony-hands.net. On that website is contact information, more meditations, information about Access Consciousness. The key to living your highest and greatest self is identifying, releasing, and moving past your limiting beliefs that are holding you back. I send you blessings today and much love. The journey of healing is long and can be quite bumpy at times. I send you peace and ease and joy. Namaste.